Hey Survivor fans, this is Chad with your episode 9 review of Survivor One World. I just got back home from work and I didn't catch the episode well, I catch some of the episode last night, but I was at a family dinner, so obviously my whole attention couldn't be towards the episode. I only got really actually caught who got voted out, and I'll explain that later. But I did manage to catch the episode online. But it wasn't till 1 a.m. and I was like, well, I have to go to bed because, I have to work and all that. So, without further ado, this is your review. So, let's get on to business. First thing, Troyzan and Tarzan, they got a meeting together and they're like, oh, the girls are kicking our butts. We got to figure out a plan here. We got to stick together. So, that was at the beginning of the episode. And they also had another do-it-yourself challenge, and they drew teams by a hand sack or by a bag and pick eggs and all that. It was red versus black. Funny part about this segment was Troyzan trying to be like Jeff Probst. Funny, but nowhere near. But it was a good try. I thought it was humorous. It was funny as hell. The red team ends up running the barbecue. The reward was a boat upriver and a barbecue somewhere. I didn't know where, but barbecue and fish, if I recall. So I'm not going to get into who was on the different teams again. So, the couple stuff happened during the that segment. Jay and Kat were talking about who they're going to vote out, and Jay is thinking there's going to be many blind sides coming up, and he's right. And then Kim, Chelsea, I think it was Sabrina, they all get together about how they're going to betray the guys, how they're going to pick them off one by one. And Chelsea feels bad because she's told a couple of the guys that she'll be there for them and has their back, and she feels bad because she didn't want to betray them, but so she's stuck in a rock place. Going between helping the guys or not betraying the guys or sticking with Kim's plan, and but she doesn't. Basically, she said she didn't like to betray people, and Jay, I think, talked with her and he wants to vote Alicia out, or no, actually he brings in some of the girls and he tells about his plan about wanting to vote Alicia out, and one of those people was Kim, and lo and behold, Kim grabs Alicia aside and tells Alicia Jay's plan to vote her out. So we know Kim's playing a little Black Widow, isn't she? So we have a villainess there, I think. I just want to get your guys' opinion on that. Is Kim a villainess? I think so. I think she's playing the Black Widow part perfectly to the hilt. Then we go into the immunity challenge. It's a stand on a pedal and pedestal, whatever you want to call it, and you're holding a rope and it's tied to a bucket, and the bucket has water on it. And interesting, Jeff is going to try to tempt people with food. Some people got tempted, but I'm going to bring up a few highlights here. Tarzan, I counted maybe 2 seconds he was gone. Christina didn't last long either. Alicia got tempted by, I think, cookies, and somebody got tempted by cupcakes. Kim and Sabrina got kicked out, or didn't last long. Jay got tempted by the chicken wings and beer. Another highlight was Lee was in the challenge for a long time. This is his second challenge, and he actually stayed strong. So I think he's a legitimate threat, and I'm rooting for the guy. Like I said at the beginning of the season, he's a underdog, and I think he's doing really well. And he stood out to this challenge, but then the burgers and whatever else got him. And I think Chelsea said something like, if you step down, you won't be seen as a threat and you'll last longer. So I think that's the real reason why he stepped down. But the burgers look damn good too. So Chelsea ends up winning the challenge, the individual immunity. The girls propose a Troy-Jay split vote. And then Troy brings Jay aside and tells him he has the idol. And Jay now thinking that Troy is very dangerous. And then he does. Jay made a dumb move. I like Jay and all. I think he's a great person. He seems like he seems like a good guy. He's a Christian. If you follow him on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. Jay tells Kim about Troy's idol and his plan to use it, I guess. And so that sealed his fate pretty much. They go into tribal. Troy ends up playing his idol, but he does not really need it because Jay ends up sending him. They end up sending Jay home. I think what shot Jay in the foot was the fact that Troy told Kim about Troy having the idol. So Jay shot himself in the foot, and basically Troy got his idol flushed, and he didn't even need it. So preview for next week: Troy is trying to fight for his life, basically. But that's what I have. Sorry, it's a short review. Nothing really popped out at me besides Jay going home and Troy using his idol when he really didn't need it. Like both guys, but they both played. So, Troy, hang in there. And Jay, I think you'll be an awesome jury member, dude. Peace.